I'm on Pottermore! Okay, so I'm at the foot of the stairs because Rennie is in the kitchen cleaning and making lots of noises. I was in the kitchen, but then moved out here, so, free of noise. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm at chapter 7, the sorting hat. The doors swung open at once. A tall, black-haired witch in emerald green robes stood there. She had a very stern face, and Harry's first thought was that this was not someone to cross. Okay, great hall. This is looking pretty. The entrance hall, excuse me. The sorting ceremony. Oh, dear Jesus. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, here's JK here to talk to me. Oh, God. Okay, JK, what do you have to say to me?
So this is it. The sorting hat is about to decide which house you will be joining. Once sorted, you can collect house points and compete for the house cup. And if you're feeling confident, you can duel with other students. Answer truthfully. After all, the hat's decision is final. Good luck.
Sorry for the quality of that stuff. So, this is it, guys. The sorting hat. There's nothing hidden in your head the sorting hat can't see. So, try me on, and I will tell you where you ought to be. So put me on, don't be afraid, and don't get in a flap. You're in safe hands, for though I have none, for I am a thinking cap. Okay, this is it. This is it, everyone. Trying on the sorting hat, and can I adjust its volume a bit? There we go. Maybe that might be better, because I know that I have the volume kind of loud in my computer, so if before this it was ungodly loud, then I apologize. But I think that now maybe that adjustment should fix things. Pixie Wizard 201, try on the short sorting hat. Click. Oh, before I start actually sorting, I'll go ahead and tell everyone what my feelings. I have identified for the past several years as a Ravenclaw. Recently I've been thinking though, and I think that I'm gonna get Slytherin. Like, I realize I have a lot of Slytherin qualities, and there is a decent chance that I could get Slytherin. I also have Gryffindor qualities and Hufflepuff qualities. I think I have more Hufflepuffy things than Gryffindor-y things, but I am not very Hufflepuffy or Gryffindor-y, but if I get them, then there that is. But yeah, my order of want is Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor. Well, Hufflepuff and Gryffindor are on the same tier, and but I'm probably gonna get Slytherin. So there's that. The 4 houses are called Griffin. Hold on, I have this planned thing. The 4 houses are called Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. Each house has its own noble history, and each has produced outstanding witches and wizards. While you are at Hogwarts, your triumphs will earn you house points, and any rule-breaking will lose house points. At the end of the year, the house with the most points is awarded the House Cup, a great honor. I hope each of you will be a credit to whichever house becomes yours. Professor McGonagall, please answer the questions that follow as honestly as you can to make sure you are sorted into the right house for you. God! Begin. Given the choice, would you rather invent a potion that would guarantee you love, glory, wisdom, or power? Well, for one thing, the love potion, everyone knows that's crap, so no love potion. Glory, eh. I especially like the wisdom potion because not only do I want a wisdom potion, but the potion, the bottle looks cool and it's green, and I love green, and it's got a leaf on it, and that is awesome. And power corrupts. Everyone knows that. So yes, wisdom. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. I want wisdom. Oh God, this question. Oh goodness. Okay. 4 boxes are placed before you. Which would you try and open? 1. The small tortoise-shell box, embellished with gold, inside which some small creature seems to be squeaking. The gleaming jet black box with a silver lock and key, marked with a mysterious rune that you know to be the mark of Merlin. An ornate golden casket, standing on clawed feet, whose inscription warns that both secret knowledge and unbearable temptation lie within. The small pewter box, unassuming and plain, with a scratched message upon it that reads, "I open only for the worthy." Okay, now I want to say, this question makes me think so much of The Merchant of Venice. I don't know if you're familiar with the play or not, but there's this whole scene where, well, there are a number of scenes actually. Portia decides that she needs a suitor, and so she has a test for her suitors, and she lays out a number of boxes. And the test is that she's got her portrait in one of the boxes, and depending on which one you pick, you can get if you get the one with her portrait, then you get to marry Portia. And the first two guys that come in pick the gaudy, fancy boxes, and they lose, and they have to go away. And then Bassanio. Oh goodness! If you've ever seen the 2004 movie version of The Merchant of Venice and seen Joseph Fiennes as Bassanio, Joseph Fiennes, by the way, who is the brother of Ralph Fiennes, who is Voldemort, so it's interesting. Joseph Fiennes as Bassanio. Oh my goodness! Be still my heart. Anyway, he goes to the lead box, the most plain-looking of the ones, and he chooses them. And inside is her portrait, and they are married. And so when I first, okay, let me go ahead and admit, I forgot to mention this. I'm well familiar with all of the questions. I know them back and forth very well. And this is an interesting question because on the one hand, when I hear this question, I think about The Merchant of Venice, and I think, oh well, there's a correct response here, and the correct response is the plain one, because that was the correct answer in The Merchant of Venice. But then, honestly, when I first heard this question, my instinct, like, first I thought, oh, well, that's the correct answer, but there are no correct answers. So my instinct drove me toward the Merlin box, because I love Merlin. I mean, if you've ever read The Once and Future King by T.H. White, then you probably love Merlin too. Like, he is amazing. I can't even, yeah, he's just Merlin. He's just really cool. But I started thinking about it, and if I had 4 boxes placed in front of me, and okay, so I'm like looking at them, and I'm like, okay, these are all fantastic boxes. And I don't really care about the ornate temptation box, but like, you've got the Merchant of Venice reference over here. You've got the Merlin box, and I'm like, oh my god, the Merlin box. But then on the other hand, there's a box that's squeaking. It's squeaking, and I'm just like, oh god, I need to help that. So yeah, I'd probably be drawn towards the noise, and I would probably try to help that poor creature that was trapped in a box, and I'd feel bad for it. So I'm gonna go for the tortoiseshell box. Select. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Which would you rather be? Envied, imitated, trusted, praised, liked, or feared? Alright, well, anyone that knows me at all knows that I'm the kind of person, I'm a people pleaser. I need people to like me. Like, if someone doesn't like me, I freak out. It's really weird. So yeah, I need to be liked. Liked. Are you sure? Yes. If you could have any power, which would you choose? The power to read minds? The power of invisibility? The power of superhuman strength? The power to speak to animals? The power to change the past? The power to change your appearance at will? Oh god, my heart is pounding. Okay. I used to love the idea of being able to read minds because it's reading minds. It's like, it's a really cool idea. But then as time went on, I started thinking, I really wouldn't want anyone to read my mind. And my mother always told me, she always said, Summer, I want you to respect my privacy. And I understand that in order for you to respect my privacy, then I need to respect yours first. So I thought, that's a good thing. So if I don't want people to read my mind, then I don't need to go to that power. I wouldn't want that power. So, not reading minds because it's very invasive. It's, bad thing to do. Invisibility is a funny power because everyone knows that invisibility is the corruption power. It's the shoplifting power. It's, what else is it? It's, you get free rides on airplanes. You do all the, an unnamed friend of mine wanted to use it to, and he was going to go to widows and tell them that he was their dead husband and have sex with them because, I don't know. So it corrupts. It's a very corrupting power, so not that. Super strength, don't care. Talk to animals. I like it, but you talk to a dog, and we already know what dogs say from Up, and cats just say, "Feed me, no. Go away. I love you, no. Stay. I don't care." They don't care. So no. Change the past. Yes, changing appearance sounds cool and everything, but knowing me, I'm more gravitated towards the power to change the past. I know that it's easily to screw things up and that you can rip a hole in the space-time continuum, but yeah, change the past is what I would go with. Oh, I love this question. Okay, a muggle confronts you and says that they are sure that you are a witch or wizard. Do you ask what makes them think so? Okay. Agree and ask whether they'd like a free sample of a jinx. Agree and walk away, leaving them to wonder whether you are bluffing. Tell them that you are worried about their mental health and offer to call a doctor. And that's it. Okay. Knowing me, just knowing me, because, okay, let me go ahead and say here that I am pagans and I identify as a witch. So if someone were to come up to me and be all like, "Hey, you're a witch," I would say, "Uh-huh." And I would leave. I'd say, "Okay, yes, you're correct in that, sir. Uh-huh, I'm a witch." That's just who I am. So I'm going to choose agree and walk away, leaving to wonder whether you're bluffing. Are you sure? Yes, proceed. Forest or river? Heavy pagan. Forest. I love the forest. Sure, yes. Black or white? Definitely black. Okay. This is it, guys. Oh, goodness. I don't know what we get. Well then, about that, well then, Chad just looked at it and laughed and walked away. I don't, Gryffindor! Shut up. I'm in Gryffindor.
Apparently she's in Gryffindor.
Okay. Okay.
Gryffindor!
Shut up! Alright, so that's my story.